Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Wednesday, May 9th. March 9th, but boy, you sure wouldn't know it. Temperatures very balmy out there this morning in the mid to upper 50s, even some low 60s across certain parts of the state, and a little cooler in the UP, temperatures in the 30s and 40s up there. But we're going to continue with our mild pattern right on through the next about 10 days. Could be some colder weather compared to normal moving in as we get in towards week 3 of the month, but we'll worry about that later. Until then, plenty of warm temperatures. Looks like a fairly active pattern, although the models have been downplaying some of the rainfall here over the next 7 days, and we'll take a look at that. You can see across the Great Lakes, again, temperatures in the lower peninsula all in the 50s, and again, 62 degrees at Flint this morning, so unbelievably warm for this time of year. Temperatures in the 30s and 40s once you get back towards northwestern Wisconsin and into the UP. But again, we're going to continue with the southerly flow at least for a little while longer. We'll go to a zonal flow, and that'll, I think, allow temperatures to be just a hair cooler, but still, I think mainly 50s right on through the next 7 days. Might sneak a couple low 60s in there, including today. And you can see a webcam shot from yesterday at Port Austin out in the thumb. And if we look at the climate data for today, our normal high is 39, the normal low is 20. You can see back on this date in 1942, we picked up 10 inches of snow overnight. So certainly can get cold and snowy this time of year. Record low of 4 below in 2003, so not that long ago. If we look at some of the high and low temperatures and precipitation here from yesterday, you can see we talked about if we could see more in the way of sunshine, it would make a pretty good run towards 70 degrees. And we certainly got that. We got 4 locations above 70 degrees. Lansing, the warm spot, at 70.9. The low overnight low, coldest temperature in Newaygo at 40.4. They made a nice recovery all the way up to almost 68 degrees. And again, very little to no precipitation across the state. We had some showers over the western, northwestern part of the lower peninsula yesterday. And again, but not a lot of precipitation. Over the next 7 days, I think we have a chance for around a ½ inch in the northern parts of the MAC area, maybe over an inch in southeast lower Michigan, but we'll show you that on the some of the forecast models later on. You can see the morning radar, the national one, has got a lot of missing frames in it. So this is from the College of DuPage out of Illinois, their radar system. You can see some of the showers moving into western Michigan at this moment, moving to the northeast. Best chance for showers, at least for the morning, looks like to be around Saginaw Bay back towards Jackson and points to the northwest. Not a lot of rainfall expected today, mainly under a tenth of an inch at the most in our areas off towards the Newaygo area, up towards Big Rapids. There could be some quarter-inch amounts, but again, not a lot of rainfall expected today. And you can see on the weather map this morning, the low pressure system that's bringing the slug of rainfall into the Great Lakes will move off to the northeast. We have more low pressure systems that are going to continue to form and move along that front. That's what's going to make that front a slow mover through the area, and that'll keep us pretty mild. Again, not a lot of cold air behind us at all. This is a Pacific origin air mass, so temperature is going to be quite mild. If we put the map into motion to tomorrow morning, you can see that cold front looks like it's sagging just a little farther south than what we thought. That should keep the heaviest rain over the next 48 hours across far southeast lower Michigan into extreme southwest Ontario, and then especially though for the Ohio Valley back down towards the Arklatex. Again, very, very incredible rains are going to fall in this area. There's going to be a lot of severe flooding. We talked about that yesterday, and it certainly looks like the case if you live in the Louisiana, Arkansas, and eastern Texas area, up perhaps even into southeast Missouri and parts of far western Tennessee. Again, this will be a pretty significant rainmaker. And if we look ahead to the day on Friday, high pressure and control of the Great Lakes should be a pretty nice couple of days coming up. Temperatures around or in the 50s. And at least some sunshine here as this high pressure moves in. We'll have more systems diving into the west. That's going to help kick out some of the systems back towards the Great Lakes over the weekend. And I think as we get towards late Saturday, but especially for Sunday, will be a next good chance of some precipitation. So over the next 7 days, we're going to get some. Certainly the snow's melted. We got mild temperatures. You can see for today, the GFS has temperatures across much of the area in the upper 50s to low and even mid 60s across far southeast lower Michigan. So a very warm day again today. And as far as precipitation, this was yesterday's run of the 7-day amounts, and we'll show you how that has shifted with the storm track. We've got a little bit stronger digging low that's going to dig a little farther south, so when it ejects to the northeast, it's going to be ejecting a little bit farther to our southeast. And so here's the precipitation now for today. We toggle that back and forth. You can see how the heaviest precipitation has shifted farther south of Michigan, now encompassing mainly this to far southeast lower Michigan with the rainfall of 1.5 to 2.5 inches of rain. Again, for much of the MAC area, still plenty of precipitation over the next 7 days. Many areas could see around 3/4 to 1.25 inches. But we'll continue to follow these trends in the models to see where the heaviest rain falls, to see if this track to the southeast continues. As far as the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, again, much above normal across the area. And if we look at the 6 to 10 day precipitation, the northern interior states are going to be the west, as some of these northern stream systems pick up some of the moisture and they drop it across where the track of these northern systems are, which are going to stay in Canada. That's why we also expect to be warmer than normal. And as we go into the 8 to 14 day outlook, this is when we may be seeing a change that eventually could bring some cooler air back towards the eastern part of the state, maybe as we get towards the end of this 8 to 14 day period. But again, until then, plenty of mild temperatures. And as far as precipitation, again, above normal precipitation expected for much of the eastern 2/3 of the U.S. And as the experimental outlook from the for the week 3 and week 4 from the CPC shows the northern interior states again warmer than normal, and as far as precipitation, equal chances, with most of the rainfall perhaps shifting back to the southwest and along the Gulf states up into the southeast U.S. Thanks for stopping by, and have a great day, and 73s to all.